after the game, it's the aftermath. Win or lose, we still wave our commander's flag. Riding with Wentz under center, making the pass. Jahan Dotson, young rookie, making a splash. That burgundy and gold, that's what we about. Jonathan Allen knocking QBs to the ground. We die hard and nobody can shut us down. Cause this is the greatest show in town. Let's go. Go, 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 go.
Well, we finally got rid of one of many for the Washington Commanders. Jack Del Rio fired as expected. Took a long time. Should have been fired a long time ago. Should have been fired actually during the Chicago game when they got blitzed on the Thursday night. But Ron Rivera wanted to keep his boy around for a long period of time. And honestly, I'm glad. I'm glad that he's fired. He should have been fired a long time. Ron Rivera, we wanted him to be fired, but that probably won't happen to the end of the season. Some people say Jack Del Rio was a scapegoat, but somebody had to get fired. And Brent Vieselmeyer, the DB coach that took Chris Harris' spot last year after he departed, he got fired also because the defensive backs was trash. The safeties is trash. And not saying that these guys can't play, but when you have bad coaching, bad habits come to play. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I just think that it took too long. It should have been done weeks, months ago, early in the months ago, that Jack Del Rio should have been fired. He put these guys in bad situations. Chase, Montez, even though we traded them, they didn't like playing for him. Jonathan Allen, then you hearing Jack Del Rio, Eric Bieniemy getting into it on the sideline or getting into it with players. John Allen had to step up. John Allen had to intervene. So it's so much different things. And then you know Jack was fined last year for making comments about the insurrection, the storming of the Capitol. But this is all falls on Ron Rivera, because even in the press conference yesterday, they asked him, do he have any concerns about him job security? He said he's not worried about his job security. So right there, that hinted at that moment that he was not worried about his job. That all the questions that they had asked Ron in the press conference about him making changes to any coaching staff, he didn't want to answer that, because if you've seen Josh Harris' face in the press box where Josh Harris was there with his family, he had this look on his face like, what am I really watching? You know, this team has become a joke of the league. Nobody takes us serious, anything like that. You got Magic Johnson out here, you know, having Commanders custom-made jerseys in the number 32, which, if you don't know, that's Magic's number when he played for the Lakers. But all in all, Jack Del Rio didn't make no effort to change. He played as that lane 4-3 defense that got torched. They talked about this on about it on Two Pros and a Cup of Joe yesterday morning about Jack Del Rio's defense, where he came from. He played in a 3-4, then he finally played in a 4-3. He never wanted to change out of the 4-3. He just kept it. You know what I'm saying? Then Ron Rivera issued a statement about him being fired. We know Ron Rivera ain't going to fire no Jack Del Rio. That was all on Josh Harris. He probably called Ron Rivera in the office and say, look, you need to let your boy go, or you going to be next, or you going to get fired. So they had to fire somebody. Now Ron Rivera will be taking over. They will be taking over the defense. So let me just tell y'all this. Even though Ron Rivera is taking over the defense, don't expect for this team to miraculously turn around. And there's also a report about Eric Bieniemy, but I will get in that into another video on Eric Bieniemy. I will get on Eric Bieniemy in another video later today. The thing about it is, Ron Rivera was a defensive mind, but It don't really matter now. It's too late. 6 games left in the schedule. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna beat no Miami. They're not gonna beat the Jets. They're not gonna beat the Rams. They're not gonna beat Dallas again. They're not gonna beat San Francisco. And gosh, these games is gonna get ugly. They're gonna get ugly because the offense can't put up points now for some godly reason. The defense can't stick nobody. You know what I'm saying? So what is it left for this team to do? Is to continue to spiral out of control till it's all over within the offseason. My thing is this here is that Jack Del Rio should have been fired weeks ago. You giving up almost 300 plus yards, almost 400 plus yards in passing in the passing game. Then you also giving up big plays time and time after again. Dallas could have hit on at least 5 big plays yesterday. We didn't stop nobody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you look at it when we played Buffalo, we was getting tore out the frame that game. We was giving up big plays to the Denver Broncos in week 2. That should have been a clear indication that they should have changed some stuff around, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? They actually just try to patch everything up, try to make everything look so good to where, oh, well, you know what? Hey, we got this. But nevertheless, it's what it is. There ain't no excuse for this team to spiral out. Now, we already know that right now the Washington Commanders are 7th in the draft order. They have the potential to move up to number 4, number 5. Depends on how the Giants, Bears, and the Tennessee Titans play this weekend. If all 3 of them teams lose, the Commanders will be number 4 in the draft. This is a big picture. So somebody had to get fired today. It wasn't wrong with Vera getting fired because he's probably going to be going at the end of the year. Eric Bieniemy is going to be going at the end of the year. So we had to make a change now to start looking for better quality defensive coaches that could coach a unit, not a half unit. Now, they're on Commanders Wire, they did say that Josh Harris issued a statement on it, but like I said, it was Ron Rivera that put out the statement. But we all know that Josh Harris forced the hand for them to be fired. And you know what I'm saying, this defense, like I said, the defensive unit is horrible. Despite returning virtually everyone and adding a 1st and 2nd round pick to the mix, the secondary regressed badly under the Vieselmeyer in 2023. If Chris Harris was there, I don't think this defense would have been that bad. It would have been a little bit coached up better. We never find a real quality. Ron Rivera, all that he did is move people up, and some of these people ain't good. So now everything is going to fall on him, Ron Rivera, totally, because guess what? You got Miami coming up. You got the Jets. Now, the Jets most likely probably won't be able to put up. I mean, we can't even say that because we made Danny DeVito, nephew for the Giants, look good. You know what I'm saying? And they beat us. So I'm not going to even say the Jets can't beat us. The Jets probably will beat us. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact of the matter is that we don't stop nobody. So with that being said, man, it was, like I said, it was time for Jack Del Rio to be gone. Everybody else needs to be going along with it. And after this season, we will make sure that we have a new everything. I mean, and like I said, I will bring to y'all the Eric Bieniemy comments or whatever happened, because John Klein reported that some of the players don't want Eric Bieniemy to have a lot of control. They are frustrated with him. So I'm gonna touch on that in another video also later today. I don't know when, but I just expect for that. But 1 down and 1 Ron to go. You know, like they say 1 to go, but I said 1 Ron to go. So with that being said, Jack Del Rio is out of here. Finally, he's out of here. But like I said, do not expect the defense to play any better now. It's going to get worse. It's just going to be worse. So therefore, because Jack doesn't coach, he doesn't know. I mean, you got to think about it. For him to be a former linebacker, don't play. I mean, you got to look. He got fired from the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? He got fired from the Raiders. Jacksonville. All of these teams. I mean, even though you have a certain scheme philosophy, but you got to learn to adapt to what the game is bringing today. You got to look at other teams and see how you could take advantage of the talent that's on your defense, especially if they're not that great. But he will not change. He wants to keep slow Mayo, slow Barton, Jamin Davis out of position all the time. Now, maybe Ron Rivera could probably put these guys in their right position and do things, but I don't even think Ron Rivera could do anything. I think this team is gone. They lost. It's not about that anymore. It's about going into another whole new direction. And today on Black Friday, we got that first step. So until then, guys, stay up, enjoy your day. I'm out. Peace.